Hi everyone, I'm Lori,
And I'm Jamie.
and together we are Foodwifery.
And today we're going to talk about nurturing the body as well as the soul. Today we're going to focus our attention on the picky eater.
Yes.
We get a lot of people who talk about children in their home that are just plain picky eaters, making it miserable for themselves and everybody around.
Right, and there's nothing more nurture destroying than having a picky eater at your table. You've spent time, you're investing your energy and your family dollars to present good food, and then if they're picky and they don't want it, they don't even want to try it.
Oh, it's like a wet blanket.
Yes, it can be a real downer. So we wanted to pass to you some things that work in our homes, a little bit different from each other, but nonetheless,
Same
they're-
concept.
Yeah, principles that have worked.
So number one, we have learned, is you got to get that little picky one
Involved.
That means you take that child and you say, honey, every Friday at noon or whatever is suitable to you when you've got the time to invest, because it's going to take some time, you let that child know that they're responsible for that meal. And every week, every Friday at noon, that child will be responsible for the choice and the preparation of that meal. And make it a fun thing.
Yeah, and just the process of them accepting that responsibility creates in them a seed, and it's just little at this time, but they start to learn, they become attached to the process of preparing food, of preparing it for someone they love, of preparing it and doing a good job of
It puts them on the other side.
Right.
They have
Right.
always been on the receiving end, and they get to choose whether they like it or not. Well, now they're on the giving end. You're teaching them to love.
they are
And you-
investing themselves in the
Yes,
process and in the final
that's
product.
The seed.
Yeah.
That's the seed. And for those of you that we have struck fear in your hearts, understand that we've not left you alone. The child gets to take the choice
Right.
from what you have already decided on your Foodwifery magnet. So the child doesn't get to come up with an ingredient or a favorite food that is not already pre-decided by you. So use a little common sense in your choices.
Right, and this is a time for you to pass down your own food wisdom. This is something we didn't have, and we've lost in our culture for 2 or 3 or maybe as long as 4 generations, that we've lost that wisdom being passed down. Jamie and I are trying to revitalize that and get that into your hands and your heart so that you can pass this down for your child. And what can start as a picky eater can be a make it huge change in them as far as a prepare in your house.
And the one thing that Laura and I have learned is when that child is a part of that process, that child gets to choose what you're going to eat, and he's going to play a part, remembering that if they're small, it's going to be a small part, but they're going to play a part in the making of that food. And what we've learned is the very same pancake that you have been making in your kitchen for the last 10 years, poof, all of a sudden when they make it, it is the best pancake ever.
So this is just kind of a tip of the iceberg of nurturing body and soul, and we invite you to visit us at foodwifery.com, where we have classes and membership and free classes and other free resources. We're at foodwifery.com, and we also ask you to come visit us at our public Foodwifery Facebook page. That's always a mouthful to say. And let us know what you're doing with, if you have a picky eater, what's something that's working for you, or you have another situation where you realize that you are nurturing their soul as well as their body. Please share with us. We're all learning from each other.